Welcome back to Reaction Talk.
Hello.
Just making sure I'm loud enough.
Well, you don't have to be melancholy. It's
I'm
all
not.
positive.
It's
It's an
good.
update about John's
Yeah.
health.
And we're kind of behind, so he's probably doing better than this. Even.
No, this is not that old. This is only like not even 2 weeks.
Well, good.
Yeah, no, this is recent.
Yeah, no, and 2 weeks is a lot of recovery time since.
This month, yeah, but it's a slow, right? I don't think he's talking yet.
I don't,
Yeah. So, this comes from our sis, Jen. So, got to give a shout out to her. Thank you for sharing all of the good info. And we thought, since we have such a large audience of Aussies, that we will share with you the update. And if you haven't seen it, the link is in the description. Go check it out.
Yeah, because you had to filter up there just in case.
I have a filter up, yeah,
From
because
the TV
it's a
and all.
TV.
Yeah.
We don't want to get in, any kind of issues. So please do check out the link below. And otherwise, we're going to listen and see how John is doing. And very excited. I really have never seen, I've seen like maybe some pictures of his sons or one of them. Yeah. I don't think I've seen, when they were younger, we've seen him in the audience, right? In some of his shows. But I haven't seen him recently, so this is kind of could be interesting. So let's go. It's long, so we're going to try and keep the talking at a minimum.
Sons, Robert and James.
Oh, wait.
John Farnham once told us all we were the voice, but lately he's leaving the talking to his sons, Robert and James. After life-saving surgery for mouth cancer, John is healing, but his boys brought us a message from him.
When we first went in and saw him, and he couldn't actually talk, but we're like, Dad, like, you're going to push through, you're going to fight, and he just kept going like that.
Yeah, he kept sticking his fist in the air.
He kept sticking his fist in the air going, yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool, so you've got it in you.
Wow, I can see.
He's had record-breaking albums and countless sell-out shows. But if you ask John Farnham what his greatest achievement is, he'd say his family. His wife Jill and sons Robert and James.
Good to see you, James. Take a seat.
Tonight, in this exclusive interview, Robert and James are the voice for John as he recovers from cancer surgery, sitting down to say thank you to you, the fans.
Rob, James, thank you for taking the time to speak with us. I guess, Rob, the question that everybody's wondering is, how is John doing?
He's in recovery now. Obviously pulled through the surgery, and that was pretty hectic, pretty hairy. But yeah, he's on the mend now, and he's feeling a bit better. He's a bit chirpier, and he's making jokes again, and all that sort of stuff, which is fantastic.
It's been a whirlwind for John's sons, revealing for the first time how John's cancer diagnosis came about.
He was having trouble sleeping. He likes to sleep on his side, and had a lump in his cheek, so then Mum made him go, noticed it too, and made him go to the dentist and get it checked. And then the dentist, noticed it and obviously referred him to someone that knew more about it.
He just thought it was an ulcer.
Yeah, he thought it was an ulcer.
So, we'd speak to him and he'd be like, oh, my bloody teeth keep, biting this ulcer. And it turned out to be cancerous.
Yeah.
It's just terrifying.
Yeah, very terrifying at the time.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
When I was younger, so much younger than today.
A biopsy confirmed it. John needed life-saving surgery, immediately informing those that mattered to him most.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
As soon as they found out, Dad was straight on the phone and told us exactly what was going on, which was pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was just unexpected.
Yeah.
It wasn't something anyone's prepared for, I guess.
And all I do is look into your eyes.
That was the year I was born.
John's wife of 49 years, Jill, has been through it all. And once again, she stood tall for her family.
She's been very strong through this whole thing and held us all together at times, that's for sure. She's a very strong woman, so she's doing good. She's doing very well, thanks.
Yeah, she's good. She's good. Without Mum, I think things would fall apart very, very fast.
100%.
You know, she's our support network, we're hers, and it's a double-edged sword. Like, you sort of have a very public last name, and a lot of people are fans and love him, and you sort of live through it publicly, which can be quite difficult.
Fine.
Robert and James understand and appreciate that.
That's not what I meant. I thought the a little bit of the irony or coincidence of the flow ride that we just did.
I know.
So think about that subject matter, and then there you go. From a different perspective, another part of the world, another...
I didn't get to hear everything he said about their name.
well, just saying, when you
That
live...
pressure under
Yeah,
the
when
limelight, right?
here, go back and
Yeah, I didn't
listen.
hear it all.
And a lot of people are fans and love him, and
Yep. Very good.
you know, she's our support network, we're hers, and it's a double-edged sword. Like, you sort of have a very public last name, and a lot of people are fans and love him, and you sort of live through it publicly, which can be quite difficult.
Robert and James understand and appreciate that
from a
millions
different
care about their
perspective,
dad. They've
That's the whole point of what we were saying in the other
Because
one, right?
with celebrity comes responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the truth. Is when you carry that many people and you have a fan base, there's a
Yeah.
responsibility to that fan base.
Yeah.
Whether you like that part of it or not, it's the real part.
Yeah. I thought about this was weird, because I think there's a weird effect in personal lives where... So, if you're an artist and you share all of your positives with the world for years, the world will inevitably want to see you through the negatives or the downsides. But and I think about families and small interpersonal relationships. If you don't share your downsides with the people that want to help you, they won't be there to celebrate your high points either. Like the opposite side of
Right.
what a famous or a
Yeah.
named person would go through.
Right.
But it was weird. I was thinking about that today because, my dad, and I dropped everything to go get him last spring because I got a call that he was in the hospital. So I definitely relate in a way to some of this. And I thought about that with that whole, I want to, kind of drift off. The power of the fans in your low time is probably really good, because the opposite when you don't get help, right?
Right.
You don't
And
have their
push.
energy, and
Yep.
you don't. So
Yep.
I think there's something to be said for.
Of course, that's what he
embracing-
said. Double-edged sword. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. It's
And
heavy.
It is, because
interesting.
it's tons of good. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that it's bad. It's just can be overwhelming, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it, right?
For sure.
There's like a big extended family that you have to keep up with,
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Now I'll try to keep more. I'll try.
Yeah.
I've been good up to this point.
had to share him with us their whole lives. But this situation called for discretion. Surgery details and where John was kept on a need-to-know basis.
Everyone's just so loving and caring, and we had, because it was a little bit of cloak and dagger, because obviously people were trying to find out where he was. So we had secret passwords and stuff, and nothing ever got out, which was a credit to the people that were involved.
What was the passwords? What were you doing there? Is
I
it-
can't tell you the passwords,
tell
mate. Can't tell you the
But is it these were
passwords.
code names you had for people?
There's
Code
his
names
boys.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. No kidding. Well, Rob on the left sings. That's the one we listen to that song.
The Farnham boys are accomplised in their own right.
Oh, there we go.
41-year-old Robert
David.
also has a gift
Wow,
for music.
you've
His
learned-
band Rival
Wow.
Fire.
I didn't know that they were going to say that. I just
No,
decided
because it's storytelling. From your sitcom to a current affair.
Yeah. I suppose.
Some
yeah.
consistent writing
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is formulaic,
Yeah.
in a good way. That's not a shot. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah, no.
I was very impressed because 4 seasons of 24. My honey just dropped that like the big dog. I like it.
Oh, stop. Let's go.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
awesome, babies. I love you. Man,
I know.
yeah,
It's
it does
rough.
not. Oh
It's,
no,
rough.
it does not even work the same. 'cause
It's
of that.
their button is right there. on the
Robert
left.
also has a gift for music. His band Rival Fire
There it is. That's the one.
recently playing to 15,000 people, supporting rock icons Kiss, while 34-year-old James is a sound engineer and on track to become a licensed helicopter pilot. But in the days after John's 11.5-hour surgery on August 23, they spent each day at their dad's bedside, blown away by the outpouring of love and support. Rob, what have you made of the well wishes that so many fans and Australians have sent in the direction of John and your family?
You know, we thank everyone that took the time to write these amazing messages to us, and everyone just feels like they're a part of it, if that makes any sense. So it's really nice feeling, yeah.
It was kind of comforting to know that Australia was behind him too, and I know he appreciated that. I remember when we first told him, he kind of got all teary.
Yep.
Because that's what he does. He never expects everyone to still love him, but they do. So it was kind of nice for us to hear that and for him.
Yeah,
So yeah, thanks pretty much everyone.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I gotta say it.
John's story has
no, it's
gone
the-
into
it's the-
Australian
Yeah, you can't
folklore
do that,
as one.
okay?
It doesn't work with this one.
Exactly. It,
Ah.
never worked.
I mean, I'm not, because I has nothing but positives. I'll make it short and sweet. John's music lives on long past
Yeah.
it all, for sure. There's no chance.
He is
It's-
an Aussie legend.
It's one of those,
Yeah,
you
he's
could
embedded.
just,
Yeah.
I mean, regionally for sure,
Yeah.
but even with the support he has, you can you can see that it won't, his light won't go out.
No.
One of
Look at that,
perseverance.
though. He's got, like,
Written
almost
off by the
perfect-
critics, John and his manager Glenn Wheatley created the album Whispering Jack in 1986, and to this day, no Australian has sold more records. After surgery, John's perseverance shone through again. It would take more than a week for John to come around, and while he couldn't yet speak, with his family by his side, John delivered a message, Farnham style.
When we first went in and saw him, and he couldn't actually talk, but we're like, you know, Dad, like you're gonna push through, you're gonna fight, and he just kept going like
Yeah,
that.
he kept sticking his fist
He
in
kept
the air.
sticking his fist in the air, going, yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool. So you've got it in you, and he's definitely still, you know, pushing. Like there's nothing that he can't give up. So
He won't give up.
yeah, he won't give up. So he's really given it a good crack, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While he recovers, the tributes to John keep coming. Robbie Williams leading a packed MCG at the AFL Grand Final in a rendition of You're the
We should
Voice.
see this. We should find that. And,
We should.
Watch
Oh
that.
my gosh.
'Cause
How
you-
awesome
yeah.
is that?
and he just came up yesterday.
I
So yeah,
know.
that's really. We
That's
we
awesome.
like all the interconnections, and it's all very, along with the hope the story's giving us. That's cool.
That's awesome.
And I gotta say something about that picture. I thought the thing was damn CG at first. Like I thought,
I
I
did
was like, "What's
too.
going on?" That is that coat.
It's the
That
color.
coat. That is
Oh,
some
it's-
colors. Them
yeah.
are vivid.
Yeah.
I'm going with vivid.
Let's all send our love to John and his family.
And I still love that song.
That was pretty cool to see, yeah. I actually really appreciated it, and I was more impressed just hearing the whole of the MCG singing along to it. It was really, really nice to see. It made me feel warm inside, that's for sure.
Dad watched it from the hospital bed, and he loved it as well. He was pretty chuffed with himself. You know, Robbo's doing the song. You know, like he thought it was pretty good.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, like he thought it was pretty cool.
Among those supporting John and the family, longtime friend Gaynor Wheatley. But the boys really want to say a giant thank you to the medical heroes who care for their dad.
He had some amazing amazing surgeons working on him and the nurses. And they did such a great job at putting him at ease, putting us at ease. Now he's, you know, he's back to his, almost back to his normal self.
Yeah,
you know,
nearly there.
just dropping jokes all the time
Yeah.
and
So he
all
can
the
talk
good
now.
stuff. All the good
It's
stuff.
in the rooms.
Yeah, absolutely. Loves because the nurse teams come in and it's new people, new audience, and
Yeah.
he's a performer at heart, so he's always trying to make people laugh, and
Yeah.
make
That-
light of a
it's
bad.
that-
All right.
It's
Oh,
that
that one worked.
charisma. Yeah, because it's
worked
on it.
So, unfortunately, Ange and I weren't. It's an unfortunate time, but I understand that all too well. I was told that when I recovered from my car accident,
Yeah.
I was told I was having too much fun and I was disturbing the ward, and I did leave a lot earlier than they ever expected. So, I will say there's something for. Especially the response about how much humor he has. I would assume that,
Positive
but I'm not
and
going to
humor.
project it out there. I don't know. I mean, sir, right?
Right. But
Um,
yeah, well, you know, I think it helps.
And then at this age, I realized that they're young enough that they might actually, for the first time, have it sink in how much their dad means to people.
Right.
Because you're young, you're coming up, you're doing your own thing.
Right.
You can see how important
Yeah,
someone is,
but not really know.
realize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And this is probably one of those solidifying moments where maybe they just 100% realize how much their father meant to, well, their country, the
Right,
world,
right.
and
Yeah.
the artistry of singing in general.
They mentioned Dana Wheatley, and I think she's like in one of my lists.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not the
Another
that's-
Aussie that somebody
Wait,
asked
isn't
for.
that the husband of,
Oh.
or the wife of? That's the wife of.
Then what am I thinking of? I must be
I don't
thinking of
know.
something else. That
Yeah.
sounded familiar though.
Oh yeah, I think that's the wife of.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I would. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right.
Bad situation, which is just him who he is. So
And all the support from all his fans and everyone has been amazing. So
Yeah.
it's been really nice to know too.
I mean, you guys would be aware that people are asking questions like, will John ever sing again? But is it just too early to sort of go there?
It's a long road to recovery still. We've still only just done the first stage. So it's a long way to go. So it's not even really on our minds as far as I think.
no, it's definitely not on his mind.
Yeah, no.
He just wants to get better.
Yeah.
And as he said before, like a lot of people have walked the path before, and you know he's on the path now. And anyone that's been on that path understands what it involves, and how taxing it is on everyone and your body. But that's the hot question. I mean, of course, people are going to ask that because that's what he does.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, if people weren't asking that, that'd be weird.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's good that people are asking that because you know, and that makes him feel good too.
Yeah.
So, but it's definitely not something that he's thinking about at
No,
the
no,
moment
not
for
yet.
sure.
This national treasure is a cancer patient recovering from surgery after all.
He's just thinking about getting better, and he wants to get back home to his dog, and you know, and a mum, and you know, be in his own bed, and
Yeah.
like the poor guy, like you know, he's in a hospital bed for so long, like he just can't wait to get home.
Being Together Again is the sweetest song for the Farnham family as the father and husband, with the voice that stirs this nation like no other, begins a period of healing.
Yeah, it's just about trying to get him back on his feet to, you know, hopefully to where he once was, you know. I mean, things are always going to be different. That's just the nature of what bloody cancer is. But, and the general public, like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
been
it's
great.
just been amazing. So, yeah, we appreciate it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, it's good to hear. There's lots of positives in there.
Yeah, you got it.
It's good to hear John knows the whole country is behind him and we want the best for him.
There you go. Well, I'm glad to, you know, at least hear that he's hanging in there. I hope by now he's home. I'm not sure And if anybody knows, put it in the comments. If you know if he's home yet or if he's still in the hospital. I mean, I don't know what their time frame was, but that's got to be tough, you know, to be
Very much
away
so.
from his wife and, you know, even his kids are relating to that fact, you know.
For sure.
Yeah. So we wish him all the best and hope speedy recovery and whatever, you know. I think the love and support really does help. It really does. You know, sparks that immune system energy to keep going.
Oh, I like that. What she said.
Thanks, Jen, for the
For
link.
sure.
We would have never found this, you guys. It's on Facebook. So unless you're in Australia, this, you know, it's a hard one. Even the original link didn't work. So again, it'll be in the description if you guys need to go see it. Check
Very
it
cool.
out. Take care. Bye.